Good morning. Today we have an intriguing story on the Great Famine.
In the early 1300s in England, it rained constantly and heavily. This rain flooded the land, which caused rotting crops.
Many livestock had drowned in the waterlogged fields.
5% of our people had already died from this horrible plague.
Some believe that all this was caused by God, and much worse things would have happened if the church hadn't stepped in when they did.
Literally, all the crops had been soaked and ruined, and not one was left usable.
This was a major setback for the English, and this is what caused the Great Famine.
King Edward tried making the situation better by importing some food so they could live, but there were too many complications.
The weather finally improved in 1317, and gradually the famine loosened its dread grip. But for the long-suffering inhabitants of Europe, far worse was to come.
Now, let's go live with Bobby to get the real story.
Hi, we are live and people are dropping dead as we speak. The famine is taking over. People are dying. And to think, all these people are dying. Everyone's dying. Over here, over there, dropping dead, no food, dying. Let me show you a video clip that we took earlier of some people dying. So hungry. Oh my, I feel so weak. There's famine. Need to eat food. Oh, I'm gonna die. Need food.
I'm here live in England to interview one of the peasants who has been affected by the Great Famine. Hi, what is your name?
Stephen.
Hello, Stephen. And how do you feel about the Great Famine?
Well, obviously, it's not a good thing. Many people are dying. Only the strongest survive, and the smartest, because you have to find food that wasn't affected, which is very hard, because almost everything was affected by this famine. It's just sad to see all these people dying, and I hope that the bishop can figure out some way to stop this famine.
Has anyone in your family been affected by this?
Everyone.
Did you lose any family members that are really close to you and important to you?
All of them.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too.
And you got the interview straight from a peasant.
It's been an
Thank
honor.
you. That's all for now.
And have a good night. Welcome to Cooking with Concealo. That's Concealo.
And that's cream. Last week we made rye bread.
And yams. This week we're doing a whole new idea. Something you will love. Something your family will love.
Soup. Okay. Well,
The main ingredients are...
well, we got a few. Okay. We
English time. But that
start dicing and slicing.
No. Okay, oh my god. Our next ingredient is... avocado.
Well, yes, it is. Oh, one more avocado for good luck. Our next ingredient will be
The banana.
the banana.
Also known as our...
The banana.
That will be a
Fantastic.
total of 8
A
bananas.
whole sack of bananas. Now, what would this be?
A yam.
Of course, well, a yam would be great for
We
us.
learned about the yams last week on the last episode. And they are delicious.
Now, here's a quiz. What is the best way to cook a yam?
And
Ash! That's right, in soup! You guys are such geniuses. A popsicle stick! It's like having it in a cup!
in a bowl.
In a bowl!
Of soup.
With spoons. Wait! One last thing.
The old-fashioned oat.
Listen up. You put it on your fire. You put it on your fire that you make outside.
Cook it for 10 minutes.
You cook it for 10
Stir
minutes.
it twice.
Take a spoon and you put it in the bowl and you go like this in a circular motion. Like a circular motion. And you just keep going until it's creamy. Alright, it has been about 45 minutes or so.
and we're gonna eat the soup because it's just so great.
And now we're ready to eat our mushroom and oats soup.
There's a lot more in here than you'd think.
It can feed the whole family. This is great.
Oh, this is so wonderful.
This is really great. You really gotta try this.
Best soup I've ever tasted.
Full of protein. Vegetables.
I'm done.
Oh,
So good. I finished it already.
Me too. Now it's time for our commercial break. We'll be back in a minute to show you
Don't forget
how to cook a loaf of bread in under 10 minutes.
Well, that was a long war. Felt like 100 years. I'm gonna go and watch some TV now. Oh, the sword is so heavy. I almost lost it in battle. That would have been the death of me. Can you believe that? Almost dying because you dropped your sword. Where's that remote? Oh, found it. Now.
Do you get tired of holding your heavy sword?
Yes.
Have you ever dropped your sword and not know where it's gone?
Yes.
Have you ever faced someone who wants to kill you after you dropped your sword and you're left vulnerable?
Yes.
Do you ever wish you had a sword you could fit in your pocket? Look no further, because I have the sword for you. The new Pocket Sword 2.0. It's small, weightless, and utterly convenient. This is the new Pocket Sword 2.0. You must be 18 years or older to order.
Welcome to Midfash.
This is your host, Victoria.
And Betty.
Now, let's look at our first fashion favorite of the week.
This is the Queen of
Ireland. Look at her lovely blouse.
Did you see that gorgeous hair?
And the
Come on.
pattern. I just want that dress. I feel like I'm just going to rip it off her body.
Don't get carried away now.
Now, let's look at our next fashion favorite.
Our next fashion pick of the week
Is
Juliana.
McPhee. Let's show you a picture of Juliana.
Notice how the sleeves don't actually tighten around the wrist.
I love the red and the blue. Now, ladies, if you need some advice on what to wear, Betty has some fabulous fashion tips for all those who can't pick out their clothes.
Alright, if you feel like your stomach and your hips are hanging out of your dress, corsets are your best friends. Wear one right now.
Me too! Keep those fashion tips in mind when you're getting dressed this morning, and we'll see you next week
On Midfash.
Oh my god, this oat and mushroom soup is amazing! I really should watch Concealo and Green more often.
Hey, John! Hey, John!
What do you want,
Hey,
Charles?
John! You want to go hunting with me?
No, Charles, I don't want to go hunting with you.
But why not, see? I know you want to go hunting with me. John.
Charles? Not now. I'm trying to enjoy my
Do you want
soup.
to go for a walk?
No.
A walk's fun, especially
Charles?
with me.
Sit down. Be quiet.
Hey, John.
Ugh. I wish there was some way I could get rid of Charles. If I killed him, no. It would be too much of a mess.
Well, I have an idea for you.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Jean the Genie, and I'm here to grant you your wish.
How?
Well, I've got this handy-dandy new product called Poison X.
Poison X? What's that?
Well, it's this fast-acting serum that will knock 'em dead with just 3 drops.
Wow! Thank you, Jean.
Bye, John. Hey, John!
Hi, Charles.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing
I love
great. I made you a delicious frozen smoothie. Why don't you give it a try?
Just for me?
Yep, just for you. Now you give it a try. Come on, drink up now.
I'm gonna do it. Relax.
How's it taste?
I don't feel so good.
Oh, you don't? Maybe some more drink will help you feel better.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
Thank you, Poison X.
Another shocking story has just sprung up.
In England, there has been a peasant revolt on June 5th, 1381.
What these peasants did were so astonishing. They captured the Tower of London, and the Archbishop of Canterbury and the King's Treasurer were killed.
There are several reasons why the peasants revolted.
After the Black Death, many manors were left short of workers. To encourage those who had survived to stay on their manor, many lords had given the peasants on their estates their freedom and paid them to work on their land. Now, nearly 35 years after the Black Death, many peasants feared that the lords would take back these privileges, and they were prepared to fight for them.
Another reason is that many peasants had to work for free on the church land, sometimes up to 2 days in the week. This meant that they could not work on their own land, which made it difficult to grow enough food for their families. Peasants wanted to be free of this burden that made the church rich, but them poor. They were supported in what they wanted by a priest called John Ball from Kent.
The last reason is because there had been a long war with France. Wars cost money, and the money usually came from the peasants through taxes that they paid. In 1380, Richard II introduced a new tax called the poll tax. This made everyone who was on the tax register pay £5. It was the third time in 4 years that such a tax had been used. By 1381, the peasants had had enough. £5 to them was a great deal of money. If they could not pay in cash, they could pay in kind, such as seeds, tools, etc. Anything that could be vital to survive in the coming year.
Let's see a clip of what happened when the peasants struck up the idea of revolting.
I'm sick of this. Me too. I have an idea. What? Let's revolt. When I say read, you say bolt. Read. Bolt. Read. Let's get 'em. Revolt. 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 Revolt.
All I ever wanted was to see you smiling.
I need
Food.
I love you, oh baby.
Let's do tomorrow.
Okay.
All I ever wanted was to
Bye bye.